Heel Fan News here, and I'm standing outside of the Yack. On August 6th, the Michigan Comic Book Expo will be going on here, and you can see Attack at the Yack 1 with XICW. We'll be discussing that. Here we go. Heel Fan here, and welcome to my show like always. I'm sitting here with the XICW Commissioner, J.D. Marshall. How's it going, sir?
Pretty good, brother. Thanks for having me.
I brought you on because we want to talk about a couple of things, but we're going to go right into the show I brought you on for, the Attack at the Yack. XICW is going to be in Wyandotte.
Yep, XICW is going on the road to Wyandotte. We're teaming up with the Michigan Comic Book Expo. They'll be running their show from 10 to 5, and then we invade the building starting at 7 o'clock. We have a stacked lineup for that show. One of my favorites promotions all time was ECW, and on that show we're going to have Sabu versus Rhino, which to me is a dream match. And I'm looking forward to the event, and I hope this is the first of many that we do in Wyandotte. And I hope this tag team partnership with the Michigan Comic Book Expo can keep on going, and we can run a lot of shows out here and bring the entertainment that we have on the east side and bring it down here for these great people.
To the downriver area.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Speaking of the Michigan Comic Book Expo, I actually got an interview with the guy who runs is running the show, and well, let's see what I was at the Wyandotte Street Art Fair. And I got an interview with him, Tony Miello, if I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. Miello. But check it out. Here's the interview. I'm standing next to the promoter of Attack at the Yack, which XICW will be wrestling, and it's also the Michigan Comic Expo.
Michigan Comic Book Expo, yeah, it's our first year, and we have it right here in Wyandotte. It's going to be at the Yack Arena, August 6th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Sir, let's talk a little bit about you. You are a artist, as I see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And your company is Rocket Inc.
Rocket Inc. Studios, yeah. We publish comics, books, trading cards, and then we do graphic design, and we can fulfill any of your art needs.
So this is going to be like a comic book expo, but a little bit more local.
The comic expo is going to be, yeah, it's going to be like, you know, the bigger ones that you see out in Novi or, you know, San Diego, but it's, you know, it's going to be smaller, scaled down. There's going to be a lot of local artists there and creators. Stephanie Menard is going to be there with her book. John Marquin, who's another Wyandotte resident. My studio mates, Bill Polkowski and Bruce Gerlach, will be there. They're, you know, local guys here in Michigan. So, you know, we'll all be there representing comic books and representing Michigan.
That is awesome, sir. You guys, the show opens at?
Show opens at 10 a.m. We have two headline guests, Art Baltazar, who many people know from DC's Tiny Titans. He creates a lot of all-ages books. He's a very popular comic creator, and this is his only Michigan appearance.
That is awesome, sir.
And our other guest, our headline guest, is WWE Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
That is a super legend right there, folks.
I am amazed that we were able to get him, but he's excited to be coming, and we're excited to be having him. It's going to be an awesome day.
The headline match is Sabu versus Rhino.
It's going to be unbelievable. The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal Sabu versus the man-beast Rhino. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait.
This is going to be an awesome show. So, folks, when you have time, go to MichiganComicBookExpo.com.
Yep, and you can get more information there, or you can go to attackattheyack.eventbrite.com and buy tickets. Limited seating on the floor. We have limited front row seats left, second row and floor seats, and then general admission seats in the grandstands, which will be $10.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. I want to thank you for your opportunity, Tony. See you guys out there. Yeah, so that is your guys' partner. He, as you see, promoted his show as well as the Attack at the Yack. This looks like it's going to be a great show. Like you said, the main event, Sabu, Rhino.
The main event speaks for itself. The talent on the show, from Zach Gowen to Matt Cross, to the Monroes, the XICW Tag Team Champions, our Midwest Heavyweight Champion, Hakeem Zayn. Anytime XICW runs a show, like I like to say, it's going to be the best in Detroit. The best in Detroit is a title we put on special shows, but anytime that ring goes up, anytime that security staff shows up, anytime that talented locker room shows up, it is going to be the best wrestling show in Detroit. And I don't think there's anybody that would argue me on that point.
No arguments here. I've worked for a lot of these companies. I help them out, and no disrespect to all the other companies, but I've always said XICW, the best in the Midwest.
Oh yeah, my statement has no intent of disrespect for any independent wrestling promotion, because that's those guys from today become the stars of tomorrow. Without that, where do you go to perform your craft? And not everybody can be on an XICW show. I mean, XICW in the last year has expanded to a new promotion called Proving Ground. And, right in the middle of our first season, we had one of our guys, Tyson Dukes, taken out of Proving Ground and grabbed by the WWE and put in a Cruiserweight Classic. So, I mean, it's just the caliber of talent that we use. Like I said, I spent 20 years in the business, then I walked away for a while, and then when I came back, it was the most talented locker room that I had ever been in. As a commissioner, like I said, it's a hard job to do, because first off, the show's never about you. But, everybody in that locker room I respect. I don't agree with what they do. The Scarbonis, I think, are one of the best tag teams in the world. I don't agree with their tactics. Our Midwest Heavyweight Champion, very talented wrestler. I don't agree with everything he does. But my job as commissioner is to make sure everything runs right, and we put the best product out there, and time in and time again, we deliver that. And Attack at the Yack on August 6th, not going to be any different.
And speaking of that, I was at Best in Detroit 16, and Joe Coleman took on Idris Abraham, as I pronounce it. I know that's not right, and I'm sure you'll correct us here in a little bit. But he took on Joe Coleman, Idris, and he beat him. And he got 5 minutes with Mark Joka, but it kind of went up in flames.
Yeah, pardon the pun, right?
Right.
Mark Joka throws a fireball at Joe Coleman, and there goes the end of that 5 minutes. And yes, I've been corrected numerous times. It's Idris Abraham.
Okay.
And that's why you'll catch me saying Abraham a lot, because I'm tired of being yelled at about it. I forget it myself, but not taking away. He's a very talented wrestler. And after that had happened, I'd offered Joe Coleman. I had offered to him on a silver platter Mark Joka. I said, here you go. I'm going to put Mark Joka in the ring with you, one-on-one at Attack at the Yack. That way you can finally get what you deserve. You can get your hands on him.
Right.
Instead, Joe Coleman comes out and decides that's not what he's going to do. He decides that he wants Coleman and Abraham together in the ring at one time, because he knows that Mark Joka, even though he's a former professional wrestler, has walked away a little while ago, and he knows that it's not going to be much of a match.
Right.
So Joe Coleman stepping up and giving himself on his birthday on August 6th, he's setting up his own challenge.
Nice. So he's going to take on Joka and Abraham. Coleman handicap match. And this is happening here in Wyandotte.
That's happening here in Wyandotte, August 6th at Attack at the Yack. And I think Joe Coleman's looking to put an end to this. I think in Joe's mind, there's things he wants to move on to. I don't think Abraham and Joka feel that way. I think they wouldn't be happy until they put Joe Coleman out of this business.
Well, Joker being the legend that he is, you know,
Oh,
to
he
me,
sold you too. Yeah.
oh well, to me, he's one of the best wrestler to transition into manager I've seen in a long time. So
Well, I think with the you know, he hitched his wagon at Truth Martini years ago.
right,
Who better than Truth Martini to learn that transition from? To go from the wrestling ring to be going, you know, into manager. Truth Martini, hands down, is one of the best managers in professional wrestling. Matter of fact, managers are a lost art.
yes they are. But has he taken somebody like Coleman straight to the top and win the title right off the bat?
No.
Joker has.
Yeah.
So that's my only argument for you, Joker.
Hey, you can't deny the fact that did happen.
Right.
I mean, as his manager, that he took him to the Midwest Heavyweight Championship. He's, like I said, he's fired up. You know, you come to a time in your career where you have to decide. You know, do you want to be stuck in feuds or do you want to win championships? Okay, what Joka and Abraham want to do, I don't know. I can't speak for them. But knowing a guy like Joe Coleman, he wants to put an end to this. He wants to end this feud and move on to the next level. This all began with them being one step from winning the tag team titles to now them being in a feud. So Joka and Abraham obviously have their own agenda. I don't know what it is. I only know what Joe Coleman's agenda is, and that's on August 6th at Attack at the Yack, is to end this, is to put this feud behind him and move forward. Now, I'm not saying that Joe Coleman's going out there just to get the 1, 2, 3. When I mean put it behind him, he wants to make sure that Abraham and Joka never come after him again.
Yeah, sounds like how a plan's a plan. You know, speaking of some of the action that's going on, we also have a clip from Best in Detroit 13. And it's the Ohio is for Killers versus the Monroes for the XICW tag team titles. Let's take a look at these highlights. So that's some of the action we're going to see here in Wyandotte. That's just tremendous.
You're gonna see Ohio is for Killers on the card. You're gonna see the father and son tag team of the Monroes, the XICW tag team champions. I mean, we've seen brothers be tag teams and win championships, but here we have a father and son, and not just father and son. We have second and third generation. You know, Malcolm Monroe Sr., who brought me into this business, and I'll never forget what he did for me. He was like a second father for me when I needed him most. And what the Monroes are doing and getting to come back out of retirement and witness that now, the fact that to be put in a position as commissioner that I got to find the best tag teams in the world to face these guys. Because everybody we put up, they knock down. So
Yes.
between now and Attack at the Yack, I got to come up something special for them, because this is going to be a special show.
And we talk about the main event, Rhino, Sabu. You also have Matt Cross is going to be. I see he's on the flyer as well. He's one of my personal favorites. He's one of a big known name for the independent scene.
Oh, he's one of my favorites too. And he's blowing up out there, and that's what I love about XICW. You're not just bringing professional wrestlers in for just name value. You're bringing in the most talented wrestlers in the world. And when you do that, you also put on the best shows possible. So that, bringing in a guy like Matt Cross, a lot of people wouldn't do that. But XICW does.
And, we also have a up-and-comer, Dominique Fabiano. I see she's on the flyer, so she must be on the card.
Oh, she's on the card. She's definitely on the card. This show is going to be stacked. This is I got to tell you right now, this is a can't miss show. This will decide, the future of us coming to Wyandotte. If this works, we're doing this every year.
Nice.
So every fan out there needs to attend this event.
So that will be, you want more information, you go to xicwdetroit.com.
Correct.
As well as if you want online tickets, you go to attackattheyak.eventbrite.com for advance tickets online. Don't go nowhere, as I do want to talk to you about some more stuff, but we're going to take a look at the flyer video for upcoming shows, and we'll be back with some more with J.D. Marshall. Welcome back. I am still sitting here with J.D. Marshall, and we're going to talk about something personal to you. You have a comedy show coming up on Friday, September 30th for Comedy for Cancer. Can we get into a little bit about that?
Yeah, Comedy for Cancer is our live event fundraisers for our nonprofit childhood cancer charity, which is called A Mission of Love. My daughter Stephanie and I started it in December 2014 when she was diagnosed with a brain tumor. She got a letter from the host of Travel Channel's Hotel Impossible, Anthony Mulcahy, and a picture, and he sent her pictures while he was filming. And it inspired her to want to do something to help the pediatric units at the hospital. As we got into building the site, we decided we wanted to do more. We wanted to help cancer families that were just like us. If we could help them with emotional relief, help them with some of the stress. You know, one of the hardest things to hear is that your child has cancer. You know, unfortunately for us, we didn't only hear that, we also heard that there was no possible cure. So on April of 2015, my daughter passed away from a brain tumor at only 13 years old. And when she passed away, I made it my mission to carry her mission forward, and we turned our website into a nonprofit organization. And I decided that when we were going to do our live event fundraisers, I could only think of one to do. She told me the last conversation we ever had, the best day of her life, was meeting comedian Gabriel Iglesias, which most people know as Fluffy.
Oh, yeah.
But she would never call him Fluffy. So when it came down to what are we going to do for live event fundraisers, I thought stand-up comedy was the perfect one. And then the number 4 that you see, the reason that it says in our website, comedy number 4 cancer.com, contrary to popular belief, I can spell 4. But the 4 represents that in the national budget, only 4% of it goes to pediatric cancer research. So the protocols and the treatments that we're using on these children are 30 to 40 years old, and in some cases, like my daughter, have 0% chance of working. A child I'm working with now that we did our first fundraiser for, 7% chance. And this is the second time he's had cancer. One time he had bone cancer. He was declared cancer-free. 2 weeks later, they found numerous lung tumors. Now he's under treatment with a 7% chance. So his family and another family were the first 2 families we did it for back in April 16th of 2016. And we did it to celebrate our daughter's life. And every one of these events is to celebrate our daughter's life. She was about love and laughter and helping out other people. And what better way than to give people 2 hours of stand-up comedy, let them forget about life for a while, and at the same time, we're going to help out 2 families that night with the financial stress that a lot of people don't see. You can take the Family Medical Leave Act to be with your child, you know, during treatment, but you don't get paid. You know, the bills don't stop. The world doesn't end because your child is diagnosed with cancer. And you know, I'm looking forward to the event because we have Zach Gowen doing a meet and greet with the fans beforehand. A lot of people don't know it. Zach Gowen's a one-legged wrestler because he's also a childhood cancer survivor. He lost his leg to cancer. And I couldn't think on the last day of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month a better person to represent us that day and open the show and meet the fans than Zach Gowen. And the comedians, Mike Green, travels all over the world. He's been to Vegas, Atlantic City. He's been on Fox, our opener, Apollo, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle this past weekend. And Tim Rollins is hilarious. And on top of that, he juggles. I can't even imagine how you do that. And then I do a little comedy too. And even if it's not good, people just feel sorry for me. Like, that guy runs the show. We'll just laugh at whatever he says. But no, I appreciate you taking the time to talk about, you know, what I do outside of wrestling. But it was the tragedy of losing my daughter that brought me back to professional wrestling. So, you know, it is my escape from life, you know, is professional wrestling, and also is helping these other families and these children.
Well, this is a great cause, man. I've been on the website since we've been talking, and I've been checking into all this stuff, and I will definitely be at this show on September 30th.
I appreciate it.
It will be at the Warren Community Center, the auditorium, right?
Yep.
At 5460 Arden.
Yeah, Arden
Avenue.
Road. That's in Warren, Michigan. Basically, it's like 13 and a half in Mound, just right off
Okay.
of 13 and a half in Mound. Beautiful auditorium, not a bad seat in the house. Like I said, we have 3 fantastic comedians, and this is a 2-hour show. This is 2 hours of stand-up comedy. We're not there talk. This is a night not to talk about everything that's wrong in the battle of childhood cancer, the funding, and everything else. This is a night to forget about life for a while and to help people. So we bring it. The show that we just had in April tore the house down. And to this day, I still have people sending me texts and emails and messages on Facebook about how much they enjoyed the show.
Yeah, the April one, I unfortunately missed that one. I did get an invite to go. I had plans on going, but of course, life, things happen.
Life gets in the way.
So, but I will definitely be at this one. I got it marked on the calendar. I plan on being there. I advise fans, go. You can go to number 4, cancer.com for more information. And as well as you also have a website called missionoflove.com.
And missionoflove.com is our website that is for our national nonprofit childhood cancer charity. And on that website, you can nominate a child that's battling for cancer for a gift that we give out every month, which is called the Best Day Award. And we pick a child that's battling cancer, and we give them a $100 gift of their choice. If they want a Best Buy gift card, Toys R Us gift card, whatever they want,
That is nice, sir.
Yeah.
Well, me and you, we don't have to leave, but that is it for us. Thank you for being on the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime you want to come back. Hey, if you want to come back and co-host with me,
Yeah.
more than welcome, man.
Yeah,
This is an open door for everybody. And as for you wrestlers, you ever want to come, shoot the stuff, talk about yourself, sell yourself, just send me a message.
That's how you do it. Get on here and promote yourself.
So send me a message. I'm Heel Fan, Harper Floyd on Facebook. So thanks for coming again. I'll see you guys at the Attack at the Yack.